Well, hello again. Coming to y'all from Folkston, Georgia. I guess you kind of look at this video as part 2 of our little excursion through Folkston, Georgia. Just had lunch at a pretty cool little restaurant. Man, this looks like a very technical intersection they got here. Anyway, hopefully it's, why didn't you use your blinker? Golly dang, people are something else, man. Still though, man, why don't people use their blinker? Golly day. I'm sorry, I just, I don't get the South. You have some of the nicest people, but they cannot drive worth can I use the S word? Shit, okay? They can't drive worth a lick. Now, come on. You've been sitting there. Jeez. Go. Anyway, can't drive worth a lick. So, just had lunch at Okefenokee, however you pronounce the name of the swamp around here. Okefenokee restaurant, right? And it's a restaurant. They have a buffet, which I did. I'm a buffet connoisseur. If you don't know that already, watch my video review of McCall's Barbecue in Goldsboro, North Carolina. This place, I will say, okay, the thing I really liked about this place was it had dumplings. Yeah, I know, right? I cannot believe it. Come on now. Man, what is with people like making turns all slow? Anyway, it had dumplings on the buffet. Another thing I liked was it had, but that wasn't the only starch. They had rice, they had mashed potatoes and gravy. You could do rice and gravy, I guess. It was really good. They had some veggies, some good veggies, some green beans, which I could tell were canned, but they put some bacon in them. So there you go. Not all hope is lost on that. They had lima beans, really good lima beans. I could tell they were homemade. I think corn, which is from a can, but what do you expect? Cornbread and biscuits. I had cornbread, did not have the biscuits. Cornbread was honestly not kind of sour and just it didn't really taste like cornbread to me. It just tastes like just like corn flour, like it hadn't been really baked or treated or anything. So don't get the cornbread. Do not get the cornbread at the Okefenokee restaurant in Folkston, Georgia. You're going to be sorry if you did. What else? Now, this place did not have macaroni and cheese. Now, I will say, though, I will not take points off for starches because they did have dumplings. And I haven't been to a buffet, and I've been to a bunch of buffets in the last year or so. None of them had, well, except Golden Corral, they have everything, though. But the mom and pop buffets, no dumplings, right? Except for the Okefenokee restaurant. Now, this one, for meats was a little bit lacking. They had now, if it was fried, oh boy. If you just like fried meat, you'd be great. They had fried shrimp, fried fish. They had, I think, fried pork chops, which is pretty good. Not the best. Of course, they had fried chicken. The fried chicken was really good. I got a chicken leg. It was really awesome. Really. What else? But they had no barbecue. No pulled pork, no ribs. No hush puppies. Again, a small buffet. This buffet I got to just a few minutes after 11. They were not crowded. It was pretty easy to move around. The bathroom's one-seater, but they do have men's and women's bathrooms separate. The buffet, the actual location of the buffet was right in front when you came in, which is very smart marketing. But it is kind of in a congested area because people kind of come and go in that area. But still, though, they did have more room at that buffet, around the buffet, I should say, than they did the buffet at McCall's. Also, besides the dumplings, one of the other very good things about the Okefenokee restaurant buffet was they charged a very fair price. It was all you can eat was $10.50, okay, but that included your drink. Your drink was included, and also tax was included. So when I went to pay, went to the cashier and paid, I gave her a $20. The cost was $10.50. No, she didn't add sales tax or any of that. So she gave me back $9.50. It's like, hey, great. One thing I will say is that the service was, buffets in general, the level of service, you're doing most of the work anyway, so you should have low expectations. But service was not it was kind of the bare minimum. So I didn't tip at all at this buffet. Usually I only tip $1 or $2 because, again, I'm doing most of the work at the buffet. Okay, so I come in and there's this real sweet, real beautiful blonde hair lady, I should say. And she took me to my table, which she asked me if I wanted a table or a booth, which is very nice. I'm glad I have a choice, because some places they'll just stick you, they're trying to cram as many people into one area as possible. Yeah. So I was at a booth, okay. Now, for half of my meal, nobody was around me, but for the next half, there was people sitting behind me. But they were nice people. They didn't really, sometimes if you're at a booth, and there's somebody sitting right behind you, they'll be shaking the booth or just moving around. But this was a group of ladies, probably in their 60s or 70s, but they were real nice. They didn't rock me out of my booth at all, which is nice. So I get sitting down and she asked me what I want to drink. I say sweet tea. She brings sweet tea out, and then she starts walking to the kitchen again, and then she sort of comes, turns around. And I ask her how much is the buffet. It's $10.50, includes the drink. So I said, okay, I'll do that. She says, help yourself. So I do that, and then so I'll be sitting down, right, and I'll start drinking my sweet tea, my glass of sweet tea, which was probably about a 24 ounce glass, right? And I get halfway through and I start looking around for my waitress. Can't find her. She comes and waits on the booth behind me, and never acknowledges me, unfortunately, right? But then 5 minutes later, finally she comes to my table, pours some sweet tea into my glass, but never asks how I'm doing, never makes another trip over, just the bare minimum of competent service. And I use the word competent very loosely. I should say the bare minimum of what a person should do, Now, rather, competent, bare minimum, right? Because incompetence would be them never refilling my glass of sweet tea or anything. So, yeah. What score I give this place? Price, value, I have to give a 10. Service, I have to give a 5. Selection of food, probably, I'm going to say about a 6. So out of 30 points, that's what, 21 out of 30. So what's that? That's about a 70. Yeah, maybe like a C- or so. So yeah. Now, but again, the food was good. They had dumplings. I didn't say dessert. That's the other thing I might say is there wasn't real. I don't think I saw a little salad bar and a small little buffet bar of all the hot foods. But at least at this buffet, they had the salad bar separated from the hot food buffet. At McCall's Barbecue, they did not have that. You had to actually, go around the, the salad bars right next to the hot foods. You had like traffic congestion and everything, like, oh yeah, another neat thing about this buffet was they had a little courtesy message on there that says, "Don't reach over. Come to the other side of the buffet," because they had 3 different rows. I think 2 or 3 different rows of food on the buffet bar, and the third row that was furthest away from you couldn't really reach all that well. And if you did, you're at risk of mixing the dumplings with the stewed tomatoes or something, So there you have it. I'll say about a 6.5 out of 10 for the Okefenokee restaurant. There is another buffet place in Folkston. It's called, oh crap, what is it called? Brick House Restaurant. Okay, it's another buffet place that next time I'm going through Folkston or Southeast Georgia General, I'll definitely check out. We'll see if it's better than not. Do a compare and contrast. Yeah, go from there. So okay, that is what I have to say about the Okefenokee restaurant in Folkston, Georgia. This looks like a really cool bridge, so I'm gonna be quiet now and let the road do the talking for a few more seconds. Bye-bye.